Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray, and today I am going to show you a quick little guitar pedal mod that, in my opinion, it's more specific. That, in my opinion, it's a pretty good idea, depending on what type of pedal you have. So this particular mod can work with any pedal. It's a bit more for if your guitar pedal can only be powered by a 9-volt battery and nothing else. There's no other way to do it. It's just specifically 9-volt battery. So there's different types of pedals. Here we just have a Hall of Fame. Then we have ISP Decimator. This is like a Boss style pedal. And then the pedal that I'm actually going to be talking about, and I can't really hide it, but I'll try to. We have a MXR Phase 90 script hand wired. There's no LED, no power supply on the top. So what is the mod? Well, I think it's best if I flip the camera around so that way you can get a better look at the pedals and see where this cheap little mod goes. So as you can see, I already took the screws out and loosened up, as you can see in there, all of these pedals. Now, for the sake of this mod isn't for every pedal, because most pedals today already include a power supply for a 9-volt power adapter. But something like the MXR Phase 90 here script, this is basically a replica of the original 1974 model, does not. So, as you can see, this is a TC Electronics, one solid screw. That's where the battery goes. I'm going to leave that cover off. MXR Phase, 4 screws. I'll take that cover off and put it up here for right now. As you can see, that's where it'll focus. There we go. That's where the battery goes. Sorry, I was on the wrong pedal. And then the ISP Decimator here is very similar to Boss pedals, and that guy goes right in there. So now what's cool about the ISP Decimator is, depending on how much work you want to put into these, you actually don't have to basically drill in or ground down the side wall of the pedal a little bit. Like if you look at this one, I did buy this one this way. There is a small hole there. Now, depending on how you use it, or if it's up to you, some people think this devalues the pedal. I think it's just a little normal wear and tear. This was a guy who I bought this from, wanted to mod it, so that way it would work with a 9-volt power adapter. Now, with these guys, some pedal similar style to this one you would as well, somewhere around this edge, have to basically do the same thing with the MXR and get like a Dremel tool or whatever, maybe some sort of cutting tool, and basically just route out a little chunk there for the wire. This guy, on the other hand, if I flip this open, not going to actually take the gasket out, but as you can see right there, this little gasket, rubber gasket, this does not connect up top. I'll see if I can focus it. It's very hard to focus it. But some of these pedals do connect, some don't. But you can literally just cut it right down the middle if they do connect. And no one will ever tell the difference if you put this rubber gasket back in there. And the piece that I'm talking about is this little guy. This little $2 cord. It basically takes a 9-volt battery right here and plugs it right in to your power supply, your 9-volt power supply, which is pretty cool. So now you take this old pedal right here. I'm not going to actually plug it in for the sake of this, but you just put this guy in here. Sorry for my shaky camera work. Now you have a hole for this to stick out, and if I flip it around, ta-da, it's going to look like that. And there's a beautiful spot right there for your cord to fit. Now, most pedals these days already have these adapters and etc. And now there's another one of these as well that will work if you want your pedal to be 9-volt battery powered, and it's like one of the micro pedals, and you can't do anything with this. This end, this is the female end. You can buy these like this with a 9-volt power supply with the male end, and all you got to do is put a 9-volt battery on this guy, plug this end straight into your pedal. That does not take 9-volt batteries, and you're good to go. So there are adapters out there, and it works both ways. It's a simple $2 mod. As I said, this right here, maybe some people may say it devalued the pedal by someone drilling into it, but if I got a little bit of filler and threw it in there, no one would ever be able to tell the difference anyway. So yet again, this is just a simple $2 cheap pedal mod. And heck, you don't even have to do that if you're comfortable with leaving the back of the pedal open. I mean, this one's got foam in it. This one has some sort of plastic cover. Although actually this one you can't do that with because this little metal piece right here, if you look on the back of the back plate, it focuses in the light. Come on. There we go. See that little divot? That is a ground divot. So basically there's no paint on that because that wire is a ground for something. I don't know. I'm not going to mess with it. But yeah, as I said, go on eBay. I'll put a link in the description. I'll do like Amazon and eBay for that. And yeah, I'm actually going to put this pedal back together. I'll show you what it looks like all together. So I got the pedal back together. I put the screws back in, simple 4-screw system. The main reason I use those other pedals as reference is because different pedals, there are different ways to get to the battery. My first pedal actually was that ISP decimator because I have a PV6505 Plus back there, and I wanted something to kill the feedback when I cranked it up at loud volumes. And everybody was like, oh, you need a noise gate, you need a noise gate. So I got that. I had no idea how to turn it on. I didn't have a power supply when I first bought it, and I was just super confused out of my mind because that was my first ever pedal. So that's why I used the ISP, the Hall of Fame, and the MXR because they're all 3 different sized pedals with 3 different backs on them. This one is 4 screws, the Hall of Fame is 1 big screw, and the ISP decimator is actually a screw on the top. I initially unscrewed the full back of the ISP decimator because I had no idea what I was doing or where the battery went, like an idiot. But now so most of you are probably thinking, oh, is that little divot going to devalue my pedal? And the answer is, it depends on the person. If it is a hard-born collector of pedals, they want the original box, everything 100% original, then yes, it is going to slightly devalue the pedal because you're taking that small divot and putting it in there. And I mean, you can't replace metal. Well, you can, but it's a pain in the butt, and it'd just be easier to replace the entire case of one of these things. The main reason I bought this one was because I liked the idea of having the adapter, and there is a version of this with a light and an adapter on the top, but it is not hand wired. That's why this specific model is more expensive from what I found out when I was doing research on it. So somebody wanted the hand-wired one, and they didn't want to deal with the battery, so that's what they did. They bought an adapter, a $2-3 adapter, made a hole, put it back together, and you're good to go. It's not that hard. Pretty much anyone can do it. Would I have done it if I bought it like brand new? Probably not for the integrated pedal because I do collect pedals now. Only one of my pedals that I currently own does not have the original box, but that was because I bought it for an excellent price. Needless to say, it was a pedal where they were going for like $120 new, and I got it for like $50. So that was the Hall of Fame. This one, the main reason I bought it was because this is about a $120 pedal, and I got this with the original box as well for $40. So there are good deals out there. But as I said, value-wise, it depends on the person. Me, because I'm going to be playing with this, eventually I will be gigging with this as well. It's an extra way for me to power my pedal if something goes wrong. Same with the other adapter I told you that goes into the mini pedals. If there's something messed up with your power supply and you have a few pedals that one are only battery powered supplied, or vice versa, there's something messed up with your batteries, all your batteries are dead, and you need to use a power supply, you need to have a backup. And that's basically what this person did, why this is here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So this was just a cool, simple little mod that you can do to any pedal you have, especially older pedals that are not power supply accessible. Instead of having to make a huge divot, wiring crap to the board, and then dealing with that whole mess. No, 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 no. Just do something simple. Take 5 minutes out of your day to do this, and you're good to go. This is the way you want to go. If this makes you cringeworthy, I am sorry. Yet again, I did not perform this mod myself. I bought the pedal already pre-modded. My name is Steve Gray. Remember to like, subscribe, comment down below what you want me to review or do next. Pretty much game to anything. And turn on that little notification bell because, you can see all my new videos. I'm going to try to start putting a video out at least every other day, maybe every 2 to 3 days. At least try to do like bare minimum two videos a week. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Have a good one.